A 1-0 victory away at Berkhamsted this afternoon, a 7th league game without defeat. And, we're aware that there were some barriers facing your team this afternoon, but you've overcome them.
Yeah, delighted that we managed to get through and secure the 3 points. I think it's a big 3 points for everybody, considering the circumstances and the amount of good players that we're missing today. Naturally delighted with the result. I think everyone's gone out there and applied themselves in a good way. I think we can do better in certain moments and probably should have won it a little bit more comfortably than we did. But like I say, that we identified on Thursday that it was going to be a challenge with so many change arounds. But just delighted for everybody at the club that we've come through it, taking the 3 points and move on to next Saturday.
Sure. We noticed there seemed to be an appreciable upping of the tempo in the second half. Was that something that you asked for at half time?
Yeah, very much so. I just thought one or two got a little bit loose, and you have to get in there and I had to open up one or two in the half time team talk, and I just felt we had so much more to offer and give, and we would have been kicking ourselves if we hadn't closed the game out and won the game. And like I say, just I needed more, and we all needed more from the group to get ourselves in the in the position of controlling the game and leading the game. And like I say, they went out I think with a bit more purpose and sharpness. Clearly we should have scored more goals, but we're through that now, and obviously have to focus on next Saturday.
Sure. Those players who came into the side, we spoke on Thursday evening, I think, and there was very much a feeling that there was an opportunity there for some of them, and that. But it was down to the players who were still in the side, the ones who'd been there last week, to sort of help them along, as it were. So, pleased with the way that went?
Yeah, I am. I think it's never an easy situation, and we've been on a reasonable run lately. And when you make changes, there can be some people can point the finger when things don't quite go your way. But I thought there's a lot of changes. 4 changes to the starting lineup with lads that have been out of the team for quite some time. But we spoke about it Thursday, identified what the challenges we would face today, and had a good understanding of what Berkhamsted would be all about. I obviously watched them play Needham on Tuesday, and they're not easy to overcome. They've made life difficult for us today, and equally had 1 or 2 half chances there themselves where they will feel they should have done better. So it was a close fought encounter, as a scoreline would suggest. But like I say, the most important thing is getting through, taking 3 points, and we'll be able to regroup in the week with hopefully more numbers and more players available to us.
Sure. We felt a little bit for Montel Gibson there. He had a few opportunities, and it just doesn't seem to be falling for him at the moment, or that's not true actually, and that they are still falling for him. He's on the end of them, but he's just lacking that bit of being clinical at the moment. I mean, is that just a case of just having to put himself in the same positions and just it's going to come good eventually?
I think so. I think you'd worry if you weren't getting chances and moments and opportunities. And Montel, does a lot of good work. He's effective outside the box and inside the box, and maybe searching and trying a little bit hard now to go and get a goal in a game. He always wants to score, which is great. Started the season, like a train. Had a good few goals to his name in the opening few games. He'll always expect when he's in the moments like he found himself today to score those goals. So, we'll perhaps, have a little, chat and maybe do some work with him just to try and help him, get through this little period that he's in. But he's still effective when he's on the field, whether he's scoring or not. And I think that's the most important thing as a striker, that if your chances are still coming your way, it will turn for you, and you will end up sticking it in the back of the net again and getting yourself on a run of form.
Sure. I suppose one thing, aspect of today as well, that given the situation, you had to know some fairly young lads on the bench today, and I suppose your opportunities to change the game if you'd needed to wouldn't perhaps have been there. So again, it was important that the 11 on the side got it done.
Yeah, and it would have been nice to have got Billy and Harvey onto the field. They've both been in training with us regularly and done really, really well. If we'd have given ourselves that bit of cushion, then probably we could have put them in there. But I just felt probably the wrong thing at a crucial time to not overface them, but like I say, to throw them in there. And the most important thing is us winning the game, and I didn't want them to be exposed to. I'm not saying they wouldn't have helped us win the game, but just the situation we find ourselves in, Yeah, hopefully, like I say, in coming weeks and months, that they will get an opportunity and a chance to show what they're all about, because they've done fantastic when they come in and train with us and work with us. Like I say, the pair will have big futures in the game, no doubt.
Sure. And next weekend, Hitchin Town at home, third against fourth. So that's a nice setup for that game. And things have turned around appreciably in the last few weeks.
Yeah, we've been on a reasonable little run, and as we've spoken about, players coming in and having a good effect. Us changing sort of formation and one or two bits and bobs. All of a sudden, it feels like it's when we've got near our best 11 out there, we are a better group, and we can see games through and win games in difficult circumstances. So any manager will want his best players available to him, and I'd be absolutely no different. I think, like I say, getting Orin back and Ellis back in the group, potentially Fraser, Reece, again potentially in the group as well. So it just gives us a total different complexion about the group and the strength and depth that we've got. Should we need to change things? Equally outside that, there are one or two players that will possibly come available that if we can shuffle things around, and we're still looking to do that. It's been difficult this week with losing so many, but we won't let up on that. If we can get some other good players into the group and to the club, then clearly we're going to try and do that.
Kevin, we appreciate your time. Congratulations on your victory.
Thank you.
Safe journey home.